Good afternoon. It's me, Angie from Learn Love Tarot, here to bring you messages of direction towards your best and highest good using the energies of the daily moon cycle and of the planetary aspects surrounding us. This message is timeless as energy is cyclical, so do trust that whenever you find it is when you're meant to. And thank you in advance for sharing your energy with me by subscribing to the channel so that the messages can align with you more energetically. And if you do find anything contained in today's message that resonates with you, please do hit the like button and leave me a comment to let me know. You can learn more about me and how to book a personal reading by going to my homepage. So, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much, guys. I am back from a glorious weekend with the girls, and we pretty much did a whole lot of nothing except for hanging out and being in, just having some fellowship, and had a wonderful, wonderful Italian dinner. And my favorite part was sitting and waking up with my coffee and writing my notes and reading. So if you have not yet got your hands on Many Lives, Many Masters, I am blowing right through it. I'll probably finish that up tonight. So let's see where we go today. I had a awesome song that woke me up today, and it's called Lady, but I thought it was called Look Around. So I'm glad I looked up the lyrics to that, and it's actually called Lady by Little River Band. And this was on their Sleeper Catcher album in September of 1978. And the numerology to that happens to coincide with today's energy date. Just the energy of 16 would be the tower, where our Mars energy, we can have sudden and unexpected changes or surprises there. Now, in addition to that, we have angel number 679. This is the path of protection. And when we add those digits together, we get the number 31. So you may be 31 years old, maybe your birthday, or someone that you love, or maybe someone you're having to help look around, is a 31st birthday. 31 years ago is 1994, and that was a number of change. It was a 5 year. And today's date, adding up to 31, further broken down numerology wise, is going to be the energy of the emperor. So we have more Mars here. Tower is Mars and Pluto. And then we have our sister energy for the emperor, 13 card of death and rebirth, the card and energy of transformation. And again, we have more Pluto and Mars energy there with that sign of Scorpio. And then we have the sign of Aries. So a lot of fixed energies today. Thankfully, we do have the sun in a mutable sign. And we are moving from the theme of clearing into the theme of evaluation. Okay, so we're ridding ourselves of non essentials. And doing so, we find the truth and beauty. So these are posted on my channel, and they are underneath the community post link. And it is also linked at the top of the chat there. All right, guys, let's see where we go today. Let me put my notes aside there. I'm going to be pulling from my Izzy Ivy Lumeria deck. And okay, there's this this was in the Sabian symbols here, climbing out of something and climbing towards the stars. Hi there, how are you? I am back from the lake and just feel so refreshed, and definitely have my mind set on being by the water. It was just so common. I can't tell you guys. It was just so wonderful to just sit and be surrounded by girlfriends who love me. So it was so refreshing and wonderful. I wish everybody could experience that. Just really, really wonderful. Now, we've got the energy of a star seer here, and see how she is getting, she's helping someone with that leg up. towards their dream. So maybe you're helping someone else at the moment with your own third eye energy and helping give them a leg up. That could even be by sharing this message with them. And then on the split here, we have the Pisces energy of 39 because that reduces to a 12. And I see how we can literally change the structure of our DNA as much as trauma can affect our DNA and change us and give us things to work on. We can also then do that shadow work as per the angel number for today, really having a look at what might be hiding behind the surface there. And in my write up, I talked about Mars moving into Taurus energy, which is really going to help us be a little bit more steadfast and productive and really get some tangible results from the work that we're doing, especially as we balance purposely our yin yang energy. Isn't that gorgeous? It's really, really pretty. So let's see where we go. And what wanted to show itself here, merging with the divine. The soul star chakra. So that is going to be the 8th chakra, which is going to be in another, let's see, today is a 4-day. So Tuesday 5, Wednesday 6, Thursday 7, Friday 8. So merging with the divine in some kind of way. So those are little pre-messages there before we get into our general reading. This will be a general reading for everyone seeing this message today. And simply just go ahead and you'll feel it when something feels true for you or aligns with you. And when something doesn't, that's okay. Only take what is needed there. Let's see where we go. What did you guys get to do this weekend? Let me know in the chat. It was great. It was a little chilly, and even I didn't even mind the rain on Saturday morning because it just sounds so wonderful. Just coming down and sitting right there on the water. I mean, got to see cranes, a ton of red-winged blackbirds, those red fluffy squirrels. I could not get over how fat their squirrels were. They are getting some good grub there. They're being very well taken care of. All right, let's see where the Emperor's going today. Maybe this is our masculine energy. Maybe we're surprised at what kind of action we are taking or have taken or are about to take. And let's see, I thought it was really interesting too that the B side to Lady by Little River Band was Happy Anniversary and then Take Me Home. It really does feel like we're coming back home to ourselves, especially water energies, because we do have Jupiter entering Cancer for the next year. Now, keep in mind how that is going to be lighting up all of your houses that contain water energy and all the planets that are on your personal birth chart as well. Okay, we've got, speaking of fours of the Emperor, we've got a double 44 here, a double 44 energy, which is the 8 that I was just talking about for the soul star. And it says, shine your light. Now, with the moon going void, of course, right before we hit Pisces, I thought it was really neat that part of that energy was a butterfly emerging from a chrysalis, and then that void of course moon in Aquarius was opposite of a mermaid. So a butterfly and a mermaid. And then we had the moon move into Pisces energy fully. And here this is right here. Look around you. Okay. See how all this light is shining around her. Take time to make time to be here. Okay, and I love you best. You're not like the rest. You're there when I need you. You're there when I need. Okay, so getting ready to shine here, guys, whoever this reading is for today. And this is a little extra encouragement from Spirit there, that beautiful air energy. with the purple, and then the blue energy of all of those water elements. And inside of this hoodie here, I was chatting with that, and he pointed out right inside the center, and I've never noticed it before, there is a star. So this rebirth, this transformative energy, and he is sitting, literally sitting on the planet Mars here, the Emperor is. And it looks like he has an Ankh as a symbol here tattooed on his forearm. And I've never even noticed that before either. This is one of my very first non-Rider-Waite decks. So that's really cool. I love being able to find something new in cards that I've seen 5,010 times. So we are ridding ourselves of non-essentials and finding truth here in our own beauty. And it looks like we're combining some air and water here so that we can truly shine. Bottom of the deck, fueling that beautiful energy. Yep, stepping through to the other side. See that healing lotus there? And we are, see you on the other side. Here is the soul. Right here, the chariot is what is guided by the soul when head and heart are in alignment. So coming through to the other side here, especially as you shine your light, see those powers coming right out of her hands, aligning our truth, and then that outer beauty is able to shine. Gorgeous energy there just to start us off. Let's see where we're going to go here. The cards have been pre-shuffled, but I will cut the deck. More Emperor energy. Okay, what's going on with the Emperor here? So masculine energy here is coming into, this is a beautiful combination of femininity. The Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of the Queens, the senior of the class. And then that energy converts. Next step would be Empress. So perhaps an Emperor in your life, or if you're masculine energy, then you are allowing, you are surrendering, you're allowing in. This is Capricorn here. So opposing Jupiter and Cancer that I was just talking about would be Capricorn energy. So this could be flooding abundance of all kinds. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, wealth, time, energy, money, resources, assets, talents, even. And I'm getting this talent energy here of this sharing. Okay, and there's the Empress. Oh boy! So following each other, that is a very quick graduation and coming into alignment with self. Here's some more healing energy here of this lotus that we just saw, stepping through to allow our soul to drive forward through our chariot. Okay, and this is the moon siren here. We just had the full moon in Sagittarius, and Wednesday we'll hit the third quarter moon. So looks like this feminine energy here, this swaying or bending of the palm trees, going with the flow rather than being so stringent and stern and not wanting to budge. The emperor without his empress energy can be very rigid. Okay, Aries energy, Mars energy there. But it looks like Emperor's softening up here. And when he does, that is way more attractive to the Empress, who then offers her healing song. And normally in most decks, the Five of Wands, guys, is a card of jealousy, strife, and competition. And in this deck, it's the only deck I have where there's not a ball hogger, where there isn't one person trying to get all the glory. There's this matchup, the alignment. I almost don't want to cut the dang deck on this. 2, 4, 6. Because of this alignment, here it is, Two of Cups. What you want wants you. That mermaid energy. She's coming up from the water up into air. That's gorgeous. Very, very pretty. Okay, well, we're going to have to go ahead and cut the deck and see what's going on in this story here. Hey, Miss Pop, welcome to the party. Hey, Brandy. Hey, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate you. Especially, I never know coming back what time is I'm going to be able to get on these days. So I will get back on a regular schedule soon here. Oh, wow. Okay. So your energy, guys, card number one, you're coming in. It looks like you've discovered some kind of sort of truth here. Maybe you are tapping into your own divinity. This truth, though, has, it's again combined air and water, like I was talking about here, those purple and blue energies. This truth was yet to be discovered. So this could be this Jupiter energy bringing you this truth of some kind of abundance. Let's see what the situation is. Okay, so trining energy of the Three of Pentacles, some kind of teamwork here. And again, like I said, it looked like the Emperor at the bottom of the deck before the cut. What is this reading for today? The Emperor is surrendering here. We're allowing our masculine energy to guide us towards the truth and back into this trine. Now, Jupiter, again, is going to be, if I've made your chart, it's going to be lighting up for the whole entire year, all the blue portions that are color coded as water in your chart. They flow to each other. So let's keep going here. What is our opportunity to come out of a back and forth? Speaking of Jupiter, there's our rabbit there, and more Capricorn energy. So if you're have a look at your own chart, because wherever Jupiter is sitting, again, it's in Cancer. It's going to be trining the water signs, but it is also going to be opposing Capricorn energy, which means opportunity is coming. And this is an opportunity here, and you may have to decide between two things, or maybe you're just doing the most here. It's like I'm having to entertain the kids and work a full-time job. Metaphorically, doesn't matter if you have children or not. We all know how busy that life can be. And it's like maybe you're just going, you know what? I surrender to busyness. I'm not doing it anymore. The truth is that I need to prioritize self here, or else I can't even be a part of my own trine of energy, body, mind, and spirit. If anything is out of balance, when one side is too heavy, it throws everything out of whack here. So, some kind of truth, maybe you are, look at this, ridding ourselves of non essentials. So, no more doing the most, guys. You're seeing that you're doing too much here for whoever this is for. Maybe we're deciding to take some kind of a break and step through to the other side, because toxic busyness only keeps us from learning the lessons that we're supposed to learn, right? And that keeps our own soul from evolving. Yeah. In the past here, you've chosen here to do some kind of healing. You've chosen some kind of timeout. I love the ambiguity of this card, because we're unsure what has put her there. And that can be that you put yourselves on some kind of a timeout. You're like, I'm not doing everything for everyone anymore. Good for you. And all of these white animals, maybe this, you understand that it was blocking your peace. There's that number 8 again. I keep talking about Friday, that soul star chakra. Here is the heart of the reading. Okay. So, in the recent past, your own healing has allowed you to unpack this great high priestess energy of the ocean, this great whale. And had she not been there to unpack the shadow aspects, that whale of truth would have never been able to see the light. So it looks to me like this reading is for someone who has been really doing their shadow work, and here comes the reward of that. Wow, when you set one thing down and focus on another, here comes that rainbow of opportunity. And again, pentacles, time, energy, money, resources, assets, talents. You finally get to focus on you, your talent. Not that it's wasted entertaining children, but maybe the truth is you're like, I want some entertainment for myself. Could be. So think in a broader context here. What have you been really working hard on to release and let go of so that you can prioritize your own body, mind, and spirit? What about the block here? So, Ten of Swords. Remember that any blocks that are in the past always can threaten to come up into the present. But remember, with Ten of Swords here, this is a release. It is the ending. With Gemini Sun being in its last decan of energy, we move into Cancer energy on Friday. And that the last decan of Gemini is Ten of Swords. And in reverse, this is meaning that we're purposely holding on or not wanting to convert yet to this sort of truth. But I do feel like, especially with this rebirth energy, you guys are coming out as I'm holding the sort of truth. So the aces are all about potential. You could be on the precipice of cutting something free and of finally releasing and letting go over a situation. There's nothing to be done there. There's nothing that can be done about it. What about what spirit wants us to know? Five of Swords. Now, Five of Swords is where we are sitting with our Aquarius energy, the first decan. Pluto's in the first decan of Aquarius, which is Five of Swords energy. And in retrograde, this can be a card of gaslighting, but this is how we have gaslit ourselves by remaining in something way past the expiration date. And I'm getting a left ear squeezy on that. The Ten of Swords does convert to the Sword of Truth. I feel like you're either have recently done this or you're literally in this right now. I am setting down, doing the most, and juggling the most. Okay, because it's this card is about it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt. A lot of child energy here. Okay. The good news is a Page of Pentacles is the tangible reward that is coming from putting yourself on a timeout of some sort. Okay. All right. Outcome energy, whatever you can manifest now that you've released here. Three of Wands is the receipt, the ship coming in, stepping through to the other side of the energy, shining your light here. And you could only have done that. Look at the beautiful color energies there that are coordinating from two different decks. And then we see this richness of this purple here coming through. And it looks like she has come from somewhere like a very narrow passage. Now she's more careful not to overexpend her time and energy, not taking on more than what is intended just for her, only taking on what she has the energy for. It feels like this is somebody who is putting their foot down. We talked last week about sometimes we just got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And this looks like this is what's coming through here. What are we sick and tired of? Not seeing our blessings. They're here. This is an offer from spirit. So even though this was very hard, this definitely caused some pain. Could even have been something that started out very joyful. It had you miserable here for quite a while and unable to manifest the blessings that were waiting for you all along. They're just waiting for you to see them. Okay. And here's our tower energy that I talked about at the top of the reading. The date is the 16th, and that is sudden and unexpected. Like, whoa, I didn't realize that all I had to do was slow the F down just a little bit. And then the ship comes in. This passageway has been narrow. And then all we got to do is understand and know and feel this offer has been wanting to come to us all along. Okay. And we just had to let it. If we're too busy to see those energies, then, you know, then you can't see what you can't see, right? Venus energy of love, since we did see the Emperor and Empress here, a woman sprinkling flowers. So, watering your own garden here, perhaps constructing a beautiful, caring personality. If we want caring people around us, we got to care for ourselves first, put that oxygen mask on first, and then the masculine energy of Mars. Very last symbol of Leo before we hit that Taurus energy, an unsealed letter. So either a conversation or this truth, something that was at the bottom of the sea is being found. The sealed letters getting unsealed, guys. And this is about growing into joyful confidence that arises from our constancy of spiritual integrity. You've set this free here, the high priestess of the ocean. Wow. Beautiful. And we are also, Jupiter is asking us right now in that second sign of Cancer to expand on our own perception of what is, and then also of what could be. Okay. So in reverse, this Ten of Swords here, we are telling ourselves what is, or no, I don't want to lose this, or I want to hang on to this. That's Ten of Swords in reverse. That's not releasing and transmuting the pain of that. Well, you are now, because here comes the surprise of, oh, wow, this was waiting for me all along. And when I expand my perception and see what is, I then also allow in what could be. Okay, gorgeous. Let's see what's on the bottom here. There's that surprise again. So, Seven of Wands is all about standing your ground. Okay. And maybe being, it's being caught unawares as well. In some decks, you see that the person or character is at the top of the hill with only one boot on. It's like you had to go quickly and defend something. But this is about taking the high road. In this deck, what is fueling this truth again is something that is shocking. All I had to do was release this, and then and that quickly the reward comes in. Yep. And you're caught unawares by it. You're like, whoa, I didn't even know that mer people existed. I was just going for my dive. But for those of you who have dove deep for this internal or external truth, here comes your reward. You're stepping through here again to the other side, bottom of the deck. Fueling this truth again, this surprise is the Seven of Wands. So fueling the Three of Pentacles. This could be you leaving a job that was hurtful. You're like, it started off fun, but I'm surrounded by a bunch of children. That could be metaphorical. And you're just tired of working perhaps with emotionally unintelligent people. Maybe they don't have a very high EQ quotient. Okay, and maybe this has just happened. Let me know in the chat there what sleeping giant here that we would not let lay in the past. Have you now gone, enough is enough? I unpacked why I was staying, why I was doing too much. And in doing so, now I'm able to see really with some scrutiny here what is for me. I've entered into the other side. The Magician, all four aces of potential that are fueling this Capricorn energy. Again, opposing Jupiter is Capricorn. So that's opportunity. And we have all four aces of potential in this new opportunity here. And it does not require you to entertain children any longer. Okay. In the past, this is why this card, you put yourself here, guys. So even though if we are in a place where we were not yet in an energy of acceptance of what is, maybe hanging on to what we thought could be rather than expanding, this could be even bigger. What could be is even bigger. It's major arcana. You don't have to do this. It's not one way or the other here. You got all four of those aces opening up, not just this truth. This is in the past, our Three of Swords energy here. So that explains why you're here. And in the heart of the environmental energy, Scorpio here, King of Cups. That is an energy of diplomacy. And we did have Scorpio just change Sabian symbols here, which is a fellowship supper. And at the top of the reading, I was talking about our fancy Italian meal that our good friend Monica cooked for us, and it was absolutely delicious. And this is appreciating the enjoyment of simple friendliness. So Black Moon Lilith has definitely been wreaking some havoc in some charts here, Tower energy, but it feels like now because we are healing this, we are releasing the need to overdo, and we're appreciating simplicity, ridding ourselves of non-essentials here. Here comes your balance, guys. I talked about the teeter-totter energy in my write-up today. This is what changes the wheel of fate. Wow. So the only thing that gets that wheel moving is your own balance. So you've done it. This is whoever this reading is for, you've done it. Get ready with your hands out. Okay. Here's that Mars energy here, our last symbol of Mars. That is victory, the last deacon, Six of Wands, an unsealed letter. So Leo energy here, and it's a little death rattle of with Mars and Leo getting ready to move at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time into Taurus. Today I included, let me pull that up for you real quick here so you can see. So if you go onto my comments page, you'll learn what to do and not to do in a Pisces moon. I include the energies of what that angel number for the day is. There's my Angie notes that you saw at the top, all the planet locations. And then here, this is what is the lesson leaving, and then what are we approaching here in Taurus. So as we leave this unsealed letter, a letter that's unsealed, this truth being revealed, we're stepping into the first symbol of Virgo, which is going to be 1 Virgo, and that's all about coming to learn what is most significant in our lives, leaving behind anything non-essential. Our opportunity is to stop doing this song and dance. Okay. And you're doing it. And look at how everything literally just opens up for you. So in reverse, the blocked position, what we were not leaving behind, okay, we are not taking action on releasing that pain. Whatever you are holding on to, though, you've done the work for whoever this reading is for. You've let it go. And in comes in Six of Pentacles. Everybody's doing their share. This is true teamwork here. So the situation of a trine, of a new beginning, a new start. And that new start does not include you as the person doing all the work because of either someone else's lower emotional EQ and emotional quotient intelligence, right? Different than book intelligence, guys. And us doing that, wow, this is really healing just some shenanigans over here. A lot of childishness. You're letting go of that. It's kind of, maybe you were just letting them get away with it. I don't know. You have to let me know and tell me, because you didn't. I think if you knew what better was waiting, I think if you knew that you're going to be spoiled for choice simply with these new four aces of potential here, you balancing your energy and acts divine timing, here comes your reward. Wow. Okay, spoiled for choice. There's you reconfiguring. If at first you don't succeed, try again, allowing your spiritual self to move forward. I said here, if she had not done the work, this truth, this high priestess, never would have seen the light of day. It would have perished under the water. Okay. So doing it a new way, doing something in a new way, keeping at it, but trying a different route. Now you're going to be able to see what spirit's been trying to bring you all along. What new emotion, what new feelings. And I feel like you're quite surprised here how quickly this ship comes in. It was waiting on you. That's all. Uh, what ship's coming in? You're like, holy crap. All this happiness was waiting. This sun is the happiest card in the deck. I mean, you did it. You did it. This is beautiful, guys. And look at that passion. You are focused, moving forward, very fast movement. This is an energy of speed as well, leaving behind troubled waters. You've looked around you. So the lyrics again are look around you, look up here, take time to make time to be there. And look at them looking up towards that sun, and sea turtles. Sea turtles and sailboats are soulmate energy here. That can just simply be your own divine masculine and feminine coming into alignment, like we saw before the cut. We eased up in some way here, and there's Mars moving into Taurus. Wow. Allowing in emotion. Okay. When we open up our emotion, guys, the pentacles fall from the sky. You don't have to work so hard. Maybe you just didn't believe it. I don't know here. I want to find out for all signs, since you're stepping through from an old energy out of healing and into the sunshine and this reward. I mentioned before the cut that Pisces energy, where we were looking at the DNA strand, you are healing some kind of long-term pattern. This could even be an ancestral pattern. Whatever's balancing out, I mean, it's a BFD here. This is no little feat. And look at that transformation energy here. Wow, third eye being lit up, and that changes everything around her. Look around you. Out of the old life into a new. Yep, there's the portal of change. We've got that 8-8 portal coming up, becoming infinite. There is the energy of today. 49 is a 13. And we have the scarab beetle there, another sign of past life energy and more DNA strands. This is a major pattern, guys. This is something that might have escaped your knowledge for quite a while. This can even be like a family secret that was buried very deeply, coming to light. And you're like, oh, just by knowing about it, I see it now. I've examined it. Two of Wands is trying to make the decision. Three of Wands, outcome energy. You've already decided here. You're stepping into a whole new energy. The Sphinx, right? It might have been a riddle up until you now. Again, a long buried secret, and you're getting ready to shine your light big time. And I feel like you're just genuinely surprised at either what this truth was, or that, by simply freeing up some of your energy and dropping all the spinning plates that you told yourself you had to do. No, you're allowing the trine energy here. You're allowing that Jupiter energy to go, I need more time for me, and not always doing for everybody else. This is your new potential. Wow. That's something, guys. I want to go through all signs here. Now, our new moon in Cancer that's coming up next week is all about letting you know that you and your loved ones are safe, especially if you've maybe you don't even know that you've stopped an ancestral pattern. I think you very well do know, but we weren't able to release it. We weren't able to transmute that pain, or this secret that was revealed finally releases some kind of block put on because of this pattern. You're letting it go, taking action here, growing into joyful confidence. Again, the happiest card in the deck, last symbol of Mars in Leo. Our constancy of spiritual integrity is bringing you this gift. Wow, that's gorgeous, you guys. Let me see here. I want to look at what that gift could possibly be for each sign. We can go through each section of our chart. So we're going to start here. Happy birthday to the last week of Geminis. We are finally coming out of that Ten of Swords deacon. Okay. So for everyone here today, since the sun is still in Gemini, green heart chakra, the fourth chakra, our life path energy of today, unmarked trail, this revelation. What'd I say? Again, it's bigger than just, old so and so was really doing such and such. This is a big pattern that maybe you didn't realize was still affecting you and your family. It could be simply a pattern of, overdoing codependency, a whole new trail. You are again stepping through. It just keeps coming up. If you are stopping an ancestral pattern, that literally alters the DNA and starts to repair and heal that by this revelation, and you step into a new timeline. Wow. Let's see, where are you going in this Gemini energy? Let me see if I can get any more detail. I feel a little nosy. Okay. Where are you going, guys? What's happening? Tell me what's going on. Hey, Marcia. I know, thank goodness, right? Okay, so what is this revelation? The marriage card, that's the 3 energy is coming out. Okay, and also we have the energy of today's number 13, rich gent. Okay. Walking away from, letting a sleeping giant lay from an old collaboration. Okay, but I feel like the opportunity is not to have to do everything in this new collaboration. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. Everybody does their share here. So the fairies are taking away the oxygenated bubbles, and then the mer children are doing the work of fueling the oxygen there. So instead of playing stupid games and getting hurt, you're putting those damn kids to work. If it is literally about children, I'm talking metaphorical, but again, it's use it for however that works for you. I'm just trying to explain the energetic weather. Okay, so this unmarked trail could mean marriage. It could mean that this is a actual tangible financial opportunity coming your way. We said here it was already coming. And because this fourth cup is being offered from spirit, I mean, that's a cup of love. So I just feel like you're caught unawares and you really didn't either. You didn't know about this family issue. Okay, you were always told so and so, just wanted to be single their entire lives, but maybe their generation, gay marriage wasn't allowed. It is Pride Month, and like you're finally going, oh my gosh, why didn't family just say, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Love is love is love is love. And I know that none of my awesome people, don't have any other opinion of that because you wouldn't be here. Love is a frequency. It is not a rule, set down and punished by government. So, well, that's all I got to say about that there. On the bottom of the deck, siren. This might have been some kind of scathing gossip here, but it's just not anymore. So if that was the family secret, maybe, at one time they felt they had to keep that secret, but it's just, it's not a big deal. It's just not, but they made it into one. Okay. Maybe there is somebody here that is finally, again, getting to do what they've always wanted to do. That's what it feels like here. We've got some siren energy, this number 2. We did see the healing, the moon siren, and that could be healing this broken heart. Maybe this is simply a sisterhood. Love is, look around you. I didn't think I had love, but look around you. There's love everywhere. Maybe we were just not focused on it because we were focused on what we didn't have. This is a whole new world for whoever this reading is for today. Beautiful. uh Again, a new start, first breath, beginner's mind. It's over and over again, guys. Shine your light. 44, the balance of the Lennox-Gate. It's a 4-day. Diplomacy coming in. The 8 in the heart of our reading. Your balance shifts the wheel of fortune, divine timing. And I mean, you could be marrying somebody rich for all I know. Let me know in the comments, but definitely a beginner's mind here with that situation. Okay, but it did require leaving something else behind. Okay, all right, let's go here. Cancer all the way through Taurus energy. I'm going to see what came down here. Yep, you got to leave something behind in order to open that new door. This cycle is completed now. Your balance, this is past energy healing from a 3 of swords, some kind of heartbreak here. So Cancer, what is behind that new door? Like I was talking about, with this Capricorn opposing Jupiter in Cancer, that means opportunity. And look, another number 4. I mean, the syncs are kind of crazy here, guys. Underneath that, Venus, rest and renewal. We saw that in the past energy. Wow. Expanding your perception of what is and what could be. We are at 2 Jupiter. Okay, of what is. Maybe that was the way something always was, and now what could be. The options are limitless. This is a limitless infinity energy here for sure. All right, let's look at what Leo energy might be stepping into. We've got an unsealed letter here. Last breath of Mars in Leo. Confidence coming back in with constancy of spiritual integrity. All right, let's do a 3, 2, 1. If we don't get a volunteer, but we did. All right, Leos. Okay, it's not a reversal deck, but empty well. Time to replenish this 16 energy of today, the Tower. If this reading is for you're on this timeline today, this is something you're just now seeing the truth about. Uh, Again, I feel like you were just doing too much, guys, here. And the Leo portion of your chart, where does that sit for you? Because we then have Saturn and Aries, daddy saddies, asking us to learn and understand the skill of adjustment to feedback. Okay. And we've got this Tower energy. Once you replenish yourself, here comes in this sunny blessing, pretty lickety split. And so if we were telling ourselves, I don't have time, I'm the one that has to do everything, stop telling yourself that. What is it called? Delegate. Okay. Fueling that energy. Again, shock, double Tower energy here. And there's 44. Again, shine your light. A perfect storm, the courage to step into life. Big time transformation, guys. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. A lot of synchronicities here. Hey, Miss Jonna, thanks for coming in. Judy Jude, thanks you guys for being here so much. Let's go ahead moving into Virgo. All right. Oops. There we go. Virgo, pretty quick. Lost compass, getting back to integrity. There's that Wheel of Fortune, Mars moving into the first degree of Virgo. Again, that's attached to the link that is at the top of the chat. If you want to look at the lesson of what we're leaving in Leo for Mars, our action. Okay, and stepping into that earthy, grounded Virgo energy. Beautiful here. Lost compass, getting back to our truth right there. That's where you're at. And it's a 35, which is the heart of our reading, which is that number 8. We've got 44 twice. You can't make this up, guys. And there's more Wheel of Fortune energy, 28, the 10. I mean, you allowed yourself to be teachable. Virgos are amazing teachers, but the other side of that lemniscate is being teachable. Okay, I'm never done learning. Okay, I'm never done learning. All right, let's have a look after Virgo, where we step right into Libra energy there. And there's our stars in the sky that also wanted to flip over. And we got that star, we got that ladder, that leg up in the pre shuffle. Again, limitless possibility. You're stepping through, you're stepping across the bridge. This is a whole entire different energy, you guys. Beautiful. All right, let's keep going here. All right, Virgo. Then we go into Libra. Where's Libra going here? What's this all about? I know there's things that have flipped otherwise. 22, Master Architect, Master Builder energy, and Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain. So remember, everybody's on a different timeline. So Libra, if you're just now stepping into this, where someone is currently today, they've got what are those called? Dragonflies energy up on the tippy toes, about ready. You're not quite stepped through yet, but you're getting ready to be. You're still in that energy of maybe discovering, still kind of working away at cutting away this high priestess, cutting away so that you can listen to your own intuition about something, taking a deeper dive, more Wheel of Fortune, going deeper than you've gone before. And we have that beautiful jellyfish energy with the tentacles that extend way beyond where you thought they were. Okay. This is maybe Libra's going, oh, I thought got all this work and I was getting into balance, but there's just a little bit more to go. It feels like in that Libra portion of your chart, guys. Okay, move your finger along your dial on your chart into Scorpio. Let's see where Scorpio's going. You're learning to let go of lifetimes. Good for you. That is funny that you say that because I don't know if you were here, Jonna, when I was talking about when I started reading. This is such a fast read. Um, I dare you to try to put it down once you start reading it. It's true story. It's all from patient tapes. It's fascinating. There you go with your lifetimes. Learning lifetimes. We keep learning. We keep going the next lifetime what we didn't get done the one previous. Okay, let's look at Scorpio balancing act. So that is our opportunity here is to instead of being the one to do everything, you're prioritizing you, putting the oxygen mask on your own self and looking at your all four aces of potential here. But it does require, again, walking away and letting some kind of sleeping giant lay a truth that's been buried here pretty deeply. Balances on one foot. That's giving me the image of the Justice card and the Souls on Fire deck where she's even on one toe. And it's like, which one? I'm on the precipice. Again, more precipice energy here, like Libra. Let's see what's fueling you there. This some kind of ending. You're getting ready to go here, Scorpio. All right, 15 energy. That would be that fear energy of the devil, dust devil, moving out of stagnation. Yeah, this energy felt a little more behind the curve of the first few there. Beautiful. You're getting ready though. You're focusing on what makes you happy with that yellow solar plexus chakra. You're following your happiness. Good job, Scorpio. Okay, what about for Sagittarius here? Sag energy, where are you going? Where are you following that sunshine to? All right. Sagittarius much with that horse? Herald of change. But you are the horseman here. Okay, you're the one who is ushering this in. And look at that beautiful sun energy coming up here. And fueling that is the hanged man. What are you doing a 180 about here, Sag? You change your mind about something, and not only that, it's maybe it took you quite a while, but once you make your mind up about something, it's all systems on go, transformative energy. And again, that kind of dragonfly shape, surrender. We did see the cards before the cut. The masculine energy was embracing Queen of Pentacles, embracing your own needs, what you need for you. Okay, there ain't no shame in that game, guys. If mama ain't happy, nobody happy, male or female, doesn't matter. It's just the way it is. There's that Empress energy with the 30. Whatever this changes, Sagittarius, it's blessed with a 0. So that looks like it's the best and highest good for everyone involved here. And you've got this big asterisk sun there supporting this. Okay. If you haven't wanted to go, for example, you haven't wanted to make this change, as soon as you surrender to what is, okay, and understand that that only amplifies what could be, your perception's expanding on, I don't have to do this alone here. Okay. Wow. That feels a little bit heavy, Saggy. I ain't gonna lie, but like the light, what you are moving towards is so much lighter. I mean, you're kicking up your front hooves here. Okay. It's not as scary once you get to the other side. Capricorn, the authentic self. I talked about 29 degrees, 38 minutes this morning when the moon void, of course, in Aquarius was opposing Mars and Leo. 29 degrees, 38 is an 11:11. So Capricorn here, You revealing your authentic self. Could be bringing in some soulmate energy here, because you don't have to do this anymore. You don't have to put on this, what is that called? A dog and pony show? Where's that coming from? A dog? What do you put on a dog and pony show about? You don't have to do that anymore. Just be you. Okay. There's the sun again. 19, fallen angel. If you were putting on these masks only for the benefit of others, wherever this is, Capricorn energy in your chart, we just fell asleep at the wheel a little bit. Okay, that's okay. Just come right back up to it. Focus on your happiness, your solar plexus energy of that third chakra, and then all's bay to the all's way. Pig Latin for you youngins. All right, underneath that, skywriting the fates. Yep. Opens up. Look at those wings. And then there's a little fairy embedded in that cloud as well. Wow, Capricorn, utilize that Jupiter right across the street from you. That's opportunity there, but it is going to require you to let go of a way of being, a sense of self, being a little bit more revealing here. Okay, maybe we were just, again, used to doing what we were used to doing. Well, I have to fill in the blank. No, you don't. You just need to even out that energy. You need to delegate. All right. 2 coming out here for Aquarius. All right, fixed energies. We've got a 5, a change here with a 0, spirit of the river. And I talked about this was the void of course before we entered Pisces. So follow that Pisces energy here, Aquarius. Try not to resist, go with the flow. There is some kind of contract or some kind of lesson that you were tasked with learning here, wherever Aquarius is sitting in your chart. And it feels like now, with that Pentacles energy and the shock of the Tower and our outcome here, that ship is coming in. What you've been manifesting was only delayed because we didn't see the alternative. We didn't see what was waiting for us on the other side. Okay. And then when you allow that flow, and when we get out of that, fixed energy of all 4 kings, you just letting it go. This is giving me a WTF vibe here. Like, what the hell? Throwing caution to the wind. And I feel like maybe there's some kind of with this sacred contract. Let's see what you're fueled by here. Okay. Holding on to your truth versus what somebody else's truth is. Feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. I mean, if you do something for someone else and you've already learned all you have to learn here, and the Aquarian part of your chart, whether that's home, work, or love, you letting go of what you thought that it was, or doing something solely because it's for someone else and you said you would, perhaps. You need to rewrite that script here, because the consequences of going against your own soul and where you're supposed to be, staying too long at the party, right? Staying too long after the lesson's already been learned is only going to delay your freedom. You're not going to get to say, what the hell, until you realize you've already met the blanks of the contract. You've already met the qualifications or the requirements. There we go. The requirements of the contract, and continuing to stay is going to have farther reaching consequences for you, I think, here, Aquarius. You gotta go with your heart here. Use that Pisces energy the next couple of days to really examine what that might be for you. That feels a bit serious in the Aquarius portion of your chart. All right, Pisces. Speaking of Pisces, let's go. Pisces energy. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you do just want a nap. You got a Sagittarian? Okay, that's right. Oh, my Lanta. Yeah, that's a lot. Remind me of what house that's in for you, Pup. I can't recall. Now, uh, all right, here you go. Confirmation of the Wheel of Fortune, Pisces energy here. Pisces is in North Node at the symbol of 23, which is Spiritus Phenomena. Noticing how people suffer and live in confusion. Well, don't let it be yourself, right? There's some kind of change that you're making. Okay, no longer doing the most and doing the job of three people, right? Because the situation here needs to be a better sense of teamwork, where we see what Spirit's advice is here and the environmental energy. Okay, we cannot, if you're still doing the most, that Wheel of Fortune, that cannot be activated. Okay, divine timing will not be activated until your own lemniscate is in balance. Okay, Pisces. That's being fueled by your own energy until you do this 180. Okay, the 12 of the Hanged Man, protecting the future. I feel like you're putting a priority on other people's happiness instead of your own balance. That's not going to work here. That's actually not protecting the future. You are not protecting those people. You are, that would be enabling them, right? So I don't know where Pisces sits for you in your chart, guys. But again, and hoarding like dragons hoard, only I'm capable of doing all of it. Again, this is about delegation and getting out of the mindset of, they're not freaking helpless, whatever this is. You've been doing too much for too many people for too long, guys. It's time to cut the apron strings. Again, metaphorically, it doesn't have to be kids. It's just, you're just in this habit. And there's the skis here, the keys here, but I said skis. Is it a slippery slope back into that codependent energy? Because when we do too much for others, that's really to make our own world okay. All right. And that can also be a fear of, well, I have to do this or else so and so won't get such and such done. Let them fail. Okay. You're just going to exhaust yourself here. Then you can't enact that divine timing. And without the divine timing of your own balance being enacted, we can't get that ultimate wish fulfillment that's waiting here in the energy for you. Whale song. Yeah. Pisces, there's some more work to be done here. Got some more cutting to do of this shadow. Okay. Whatever house that is sitting in for you. All right. Aries energy. We've got Neptune, we've got Chiron, the healer in Aries. Um, Chiron is sitting at a lost opportunity is regained in the imagination about having faith that we can affirm attainable ideals and avoid disappointment. Now, that one's been flipped for a hot minute. I could have sworn I saw a card fly out for Aries. I guess not. We'll keep going. Eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. Affirm attainable ideals. Do you need to take a long view on something here, Aries? Higher up. You need to get higher up in the tower. Still, transpersonal journey here. So just like Pisces, Aries, I feel like wherever that is sitting for you in your chart, we got a few more things to cut away. Maybe it's a resistance to surrender, but we did see as soon as the emperor embraced his own Queen of Pentacles, there was the counterpart waiting. Okay, so this is just around the corner, but we're not spiritually bypass this work, guys. What's waiting around the corner could be a soulmate here. Transpersonal journey to change your half of that 8 is the only thing that balances out the other half of that 8. Okay, transpersonal journey here. There's, yep, in love, what I say, your healing brings that divine feminine and divine masculine energy together. It's like chess, right? One move has to then counterbalance the other. Learn from the house before. So if we were, whatever you were delaying, possibly in your Pisces house, is delaying this beautiful Venus energy, which is today all about constructing a beautiful, caring personality. So if you're still working on any shadow, where might we being too stubborn or impulsive? Okay. Rid yourself of non-essentials. Beauty is not in things, guys. You can't go into the store and buy a pound of love or a pound of self-respect. 25 is a 7. There's that heart in the middle again with our Emperor energy today of 4. That's the heart chakra. Okay. If we're finding that, kind of stepping on others or, trying to trump others' decisions, maybe it just, makes us feel good in whatever house that is. It feels a little, instead of doing the most too much for others here, in what way can you help water others? It feels a little bit opposite. I don't know why. Maybe again, you just been going fast, 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 and that's the only way that you know how. But there's beauty to be had here. Okay. It doesn't have, you have to rid yourself here of non-essentials to find truth and beauty. Beauty's all around you and it doesn't cost a thing, and you don't have to overwork yourself to do it, and you don't have to steal it or take it from anybody else to claim it as yours. You just embrace your own beauty and then beauty comes to you. That felt a little off of off path where the other energies were going. So if you go backwards to learn from the house before you, okay, Capricorn was taken off their masks, and then Aquarian energy, we were again a little bit of hoarding, a little bit of holding back, just not enacting that fortune's wheel. I don't know why it feels very different for me than the other energies, guys. I don't know if it's just because it's an Emperor day, but email me, let me know. All right, Taurus, last but not least. Is a step 25 Gemini day 2. Yeah, 25. The sun was at 25 degrees 40 minutes. So then the Sabian symbol would round up to 26. I think I posted, well, I would have had it in my notes actually, the 25 symbol for yesterday. All right, Taurus, in the hand. The universe is your partner. See, Aries, when you water others, okay? So again, a little bit more opposite. Everybody else was doing too much for other people. And in this energy, it feels like we need to allow and surrender in that beauty for ourselves and understand that by helping water others. Okay, that helps our own soul grow. And there's that sun sitting right in the palm of your hand. 31, it's a 4. This is reminding me of those old, do you guys remember those old chairs that look like a hand? Do they still have those? The universe is your partner. It feels like it's a little bit of Taurus sitting in Venus. You get that though. Okay. I don't have to be stubborn. I don't have to be all four kings in one. I can surrender, and the more that I give, there we go, the more that I get back. Seeing how that energy works, how it's all connected together. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, the farther gate, stretching yourself just a little bit further with this double five of change in here. The bold step forward. So there's a gate here in the distance, and it's like, I already stepped through, already did that, Angie, already stepped through, and you know, feel like you're doing the part of, or you already did the part of being able to give more to others. And then once you get over here, that gate opens for you without any effort. You don't have to push through it. It opens up to you. And that feels very different than it has before. And this is very similar to that stepping through energy, and where we saw here, Three of Wands is Aries energy, really examining the opportunities, examining what we're manifesting. I understand that how I give to others is what comes back to me, and that's much easier. That's a much easier flow. So if you follow your chart around, guys, I don't know if you feel that too, but it felt like when we got to Pisces crossing over into the new start of Aries, there was a little bit of a hiccup there. Okay, so that might be the life area that's experiencing this shift a little bit further. All right. Just a little bit more. You can make things a lot easier for yourself. Okay. Celebrating ourselves here, communication. This is a group of people who've overeaten and enjoyed it. And I certainly did over the weekend at the cabin with the girls. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You said, you'll water yourself. Oh, my goodness. Well, the falling can be money related, because remember that if we're focusing on cups and the love, then the pentacles fall from the sky. So without the love, then the money stops coming, right? Such wise advice, Angie. I don't know what I said. I don't ever know what I say till I go back and watch if I have the time to log my cards. All right, guys. Since we're already here, I'll put a note in the, if you would like me to pull you a pick 'em up stick. If you want to keep your question to yourself, that's fine. Type into the description box a yes or no, or if you want me to look at a this or that, I'm happy to hang out for a second here and pull you a this or that, or a yes or no pick 'em up stick. I know, I love them too. They're really good. Okay, Judy, which side do you want here, girly? Do you want the when and how, or a yes or no? Let me know if you want when or how, a yes or no, and you can just put YN or WH for me. First one. I'll wait for Judy and Kath to let me know. Okay, when and how for Miss Judy. Okay, so when and how. See if I my upsy closies on here. Okay, joyful, exciting news arrives like a fresh sip of water, quenching your thirst for progress. An incredible turn of events. What'd I say? That's what we saw in the reading. Overwhelms you with enthusiasm for the future. Be careful not to stare at that past. I said, anything that's a block can always be unblocked, but then that they tend to have a tendency to kind of linger. Be careful not to stare at the past. To do so turns your back on the future. A new stage in your life finds you 3 to 6 months here. So, wow, Jupiter in Cancer is really helping you step through into this new path here, Miss Jude, which will fully unravel for you in 3 to 6 months. I was staring at that three. I feel like it's more three there, Judy. Okay, Miss Kathy, this or that. Okay, simple yet picturesque. The situation transform your life with high concept ideas. In 2 to 3 weeks, you find inspiration from a warm, optimistic worldview of the art and nature surrounding you. The connection between each is real, and you've never felt this more than now. 2 to 3 weeks here, high concept ideas are transformative. High concept ideas. That's all that Aquarian energy you have there too in that descendant spot. And yep, this or that. Yay for I love that for you guys too. I love that too. Okay, Miss Puff, this or that for Kaylee. This one. Thumb. Okay. True change requires patience and willpower. Your unsurpassed ability to negotiate guides you towards the comfort and stability you seek. Give it 2 months, and the fog of uncertainty inevitably recedes. This allows you bright events to burst through the veil and into your life. Look at how all of these are talking about stepping into the next step. That's no coincidence, guys. That's pretty incredible. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. Future's looking great. Absolutely. You're so welcome, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. And certainly let me know what you're getting ready to cross over onto. Look around you. Again, look up here. Take the time to make time to be there. Okay. Little River Band, thanks you too. Love you so much. Bye bye for this time. Bye bye. You're so welcome, guys.